In every country, mainstream attitudes to female beauty have changed dramatically throughout history. Japan is no different. Some sociologists suggest that these idealized images mirror the value of their time. Is that true? In this video, we'll explore how Japanese attitudes to female beauty have changed over time. Between the 8th and 12th centuries, aristocratic culture blossomed around Kyoto, then the capital of Japan. Literature in this period paints a detailed portrait of feminine beauty. The ideal woman is described as having a large puffy face shape, with a small nose and mouth, and a thick layer of white powder. As we saw in another video, pure white faces helped women to stand out in the dark living conditions of the time. At that time, the Juni Hitoe, or 12-layered kimono, became popular. Being seen as fashionable came with heavy price, since the total weight could be more than 20 kilograms. White faces and heavy kimonos indicated privilege, an exemption from labor that necessitated leaving the house. And a well-fed face with narrow eyes and time-consuming long black hair were considered the fashionable ideal for women of leisure. By the beginning of the 12th century, the power of samurai increased, and they began to rule the country. The customs of the aristocrats, who had been the previous holders of power, were largely taken over the samurai. Due to their admiration for the aristocrats, the ideal image of beauty remained the same as before. Between the 17th and 19th centuries, merchants acquired greater wealth and power due to an extended era of peace after centuries of internal conflict. As mass culture matured, many people began to enjoy dressing up. New beauty trends were set by oiran, prostitutes, and kabuki actors. The constant efforts to meet the tastes and expectations of wealthy patrons meant that the general public became privy to all the latest trends through the sale of popular woodblock portraits. Naturally, fair skin became the primary requirement for women to be considered beautiful. The very first best-selling makeup manual states that as long as the skin is kept pale and beautiful, it can compensate for other bad points. Throughout this era, the ideal woman was expected to have pale, smooth skin, a long, thin face, sharp eyes, a well-defined nose, and shiny black hair with a widow's peak. As a result of Commodore Perry's gunboat diplomacy, Japan was opened up to the world in the mid-19th century and rapidly became westernized. The elites began to wear Western clothing, and the general public followed. This led to a significant shift in the mainstream definition of feminine beauty, shaped by the new demands of looking good in Western clothes. However, the wives and mistresses of politicians was still regarded as the most beautiful women of the time, and many of them were former geisha. Once film, then television, became the primary forms of popular entertainment. On-screen stars replaced autoblock prints as the exemplars of feminine beauty. Throughout the progressive Taisho era, moga, or modern girls, reflected the cosmopolitan, flapper ideal of the West. With the subsequent return to nationalism, movie stars reverted to playing geisha, or the homely girl next door. Throughout the late 20th and early 21st centuries, pale skin remained the ideal. But faces were expected to be small and perfectly proportioned. More recently, the trend is back towards ordinariness, although a premium is still placed on childlike youth. Pucci seike, or minor cosmetic surgery, is becoming very popular, even among very young women, in an attempt to permanently preserve a cute, youthful appearance. Tokyo University professor Hiroshi Harashima suggests that this reflects an infantilized Japanese society that places a premium on what is childish and cute. Kawaii, or cute culture, dominates the modern Japanese value system in art, fashion, technology, even food. Next time, we'll explore why Japanese people were obsessed with all things kawaii.